Now let's start Mycoplasma. So what is Mycoplasma? Let's discuss about Mycoplasma, its structure life process. So the scientists Snooker and Rocks first discovered Mycoplasma, and this Mycoplasma are discovered from the isolated pleural fluid of any organism. It is present in some other organisms, and the fluid isolated from that particular organism contains this Mycoplasma. And this Mycoplasma was initially regarded as Pleuro Pneumonia like organism. It is called as Pleuro Pneumonia like organism, or it is sometimes called as jokers of the plant kingdom. Pleuro means it's changed its structure. As it's changed its structure, it is called as Pleuro, and it looks like pneumonia like structure, or it is called as the jokers of the plant kingdom. Mycoplasma, mycoides are classified under Mycoplasma group, and this Mycoplasma belongs to the class that is called as Mollicuta, for which this Mollicuta is called as Mollicutes, MLOs. What are MLOs? Mollicutes like organisms. And this Mycoplasma infect both plants and animals. The host of Mycoplasma are both plants and animal. Like in plants, it infects the potato plant, corn plant, brinjal plant, etc. etc. And in animals also it causes a urine infection, Mycoplasma ureate, an organism that causes urine infection in animals, in humans also. Now let's move to the structure of Mycoplasma. So Mycoplasma unicellular organism, single cell structure, and the cell wall is absent. They don't have any cell wall, so they present cell membrane which is trilamellar. But our cell membrane is bilamellar, but Mycoplasma cell membrane is trilamellar, means triple layer present, so it is called as trilamellar cell membrane. They are highly pleomorphic, means they change its shape. They can change its shape. So these are highly pleomorphic because they goes on changing its shape. Shapes are spherical or filamentous, means they are pleomorphic. They can change its shape simultaneously. The cell membrane is made up of lipoprotein layers, but it is trilamellar, 3-layer. Cytoplasm contains ribosome because they are prokaryotes. As they are prokaryotes, Mycoplasma prokaryotes, they contains ribosomes, but they don't have membrane bound organelles, and also they don't have, that is called as nuclear membrane. Got it. So this is the lipoprotein layer, and this lipoprotein layer present here is a trilamellar. This is a trilamellar membrane, trilamellar. And inside we find certain metabolites or chemicals are present. Special bodies are present called as elementary bodies, and soluble proteins are also present. The DNA present, the chromatin metal is present throughout the cell. It is not restricted at the center. It is present throughout the cell. And soluble RNAs are present, enzymes are present, 70S ribosomes are present, and inside the DNA we find special structures present, that is called as the disc-like structures are present, and these disc-like structures are called as replicating disc, that do helps in replications. So this is the basic structure of Mycoplasma. So the cytoplasm, we find nucleus, which is organelle nucleus is absent, means no cell nuclear membrane, no nuclear membrane. They don't have nuclear membrane at all. No membrane bound organelles present, that is membrane bound organelles like mitochondria, plastids are absent. DNA and RNA are present, yes they are present, but Mycoplasma is called as the fried egg apparatus. So the Mycoplasma, it is pleomorphic in nature, so it looks like the fried egg. How the fried, when we fried an egg, how the egg looks, it looks like that. It contains the opaque middle structure and a transparent outer structure. So it's a fried egg apparatus. It looks like fried egg apparatus. The DNA is single stranded and double stranded. Both DNA is found. Replicating discs are present that helps in replication, as I have told. Cytoplasm also contains enzymes for metabolic activities. Now, Mycoplasma can pass through bacterial filters. So they are very minute than bacteria. So these are regarded as smallest cell. So they lack cell wall, and sterols are required for its growth. For growth, it needs sterols for the growth, and the nutrition is heterotrophic. Mostly they are unable to produce the food, so they are heterotrophic in nature. Some are saprophytic, means they depend on dead organic matter, and most are parasitic, means they are pathogenic, causing diseases in plants and animals. As they are pathogenic, they live in living host. And the smallest prokaryotic cells, called as Mycoplasma gallisepticum, is regarded as smallest cell, that is ppLo, and the smallest cell range between 0.3 to 0.1 micrometer. And Mycoplasma survive without oxygen, so they can go for an aerobic condition. These anaerobic Mycoplasma, they are very sensitive to antibiotics. Like Mycoplasma is sensitive to penicillin. They are highly sensitive to penicillin because Mycoplasma don't have cell wall. So penicillin can easily enter into the Mycoplasma and act on it. They are also sensitive to streptomycin because Mycoplasma don't have cell wall. They are sensitive to chlorophenicol also. Antibiotic resistance. Mycoplasma are resistant to erythromycin because these erythromycin, they can enter in the erythromycin because Mycoplasma don't have the cell wall due to absence of peptidoglycan. So all these antibiotic resistant genes can enter into it. Cell wall synthesis inhibitors are ineffective. Reproduction in Mycoplasma. Normally the reproduction in Mycoplasma are not so known as it is prokaryotic cell. So the reproduction is mostly by binary fission. Not clear known, but elementary bodies may be present in it, and this elementary body helps in division of this bacteria. Mycoplasma is very simple. Bacterial structure is very simple. This Mycoplasma bacterial structure. Now move into the different facts of this chapter. We have completed the chapter Monera. Now let's discuss about different facts of this chapter. Means cyclosis is absent in bacteria. Means the streaming movement of cytoplasm is absent in bacteria. Flagella consists of protein called flagellin protein. Bacillus is the most common form of bacteria. And Pseudomonas putida is called a superbug. Pseudomonas putida is called as the superbug. Methanogens are called as obligate anaerobes. These are anaerobes, methanogens. Thermoacidophils are facultative anaerobes. Obligate anaerobes are methanogens. Facultative anaerobes are thermoacidophils. Archaebacteria wall contains, that is, N-acetylo aminomuronic acid, and exogenotransfer occurs from HFR cells. Mycoplasma are facultative anaerobes. Thermoacidophils are facultative anaerobes. Mycoplasma facultative anaerobes, whereas that is normal bacteria, they are of aerobes, obligate. Heterocysteine VGA are facultative anaerobes. These are very important examples and questions. Nitrogen occurs in heterocyst. Bacteria show extensive metabolic diversity. So bacteria has extensive metabolic diversity. So the metabolic diversity in bacteria is very extensive. Now let's discuss about some practice questions. So you pause this video and go through this question. Select the incorrect statement with respect to eubacteria. Eubacteria have very simple structure. Yes. Pathogenic nature cell wall is present. Yes. Heterotrophs are most abundant in nature. Yes. So most simple metabolic diversity. So this is D. You go, as D is right or wrong. Which one is wrong? Find the odd one with respect to phototropic nutrition. Chromatium and chlorobium. Rhodopseudomonas and trichospirulum. Which one is phototropic nutrition with respect to phototropic nutrition? As we know, this chromatium, chlorobium, all this we have discussed. So chloronema and chlorophyllus, pseudomonas and clostridium. Okay, the third question, mark the incorrect option with respect to nitrogen fixing bacteria. Nitrococcus, leptothrix, yes. Nitrobacter, yes. Nitrocystis. Which one? Then the fourth, genetic recombination in which a small doubles in DNA is transferred in the donor bacterium by bacteriophage was first demonstrated by the fellow Griffith or Lederborg and Totem or Ginder and Lederborg or Averian et al. Go through it and just give the answer to my WhatsApp or give the answer to our channel present, and let's see how many of you are right, how many of you give correct answer. Select the correct match. Column 1 we have rating of fibers or removing the bast fibers from the jute. Pollution control, as we have discussed in this chapter, you go through it and answer all these questions. Curing of leaves and bacitration. Column 2 contains Pseudomonas putidia, as we have discussed now. Pseudomonas fluorescens, Bacillus licheniforms, Micrococcus canadians, and these are the options. Go through the options. Then move on. This is Archaebacter do not show so and so peptidoglycan in cell wall, introns and DNA. Branch lipid cells they have. Ribosomal proteins are highly acidic in nature. They have. Thermoacidophils are capable of withstanding extreme low pH, yes, and high temperature. Yes. Why? Not due to presence of branch chain lipid in cell membranes. Presence of resistant enzymes, yes, which can operate in basic conditions. Presence of higher concentration of KCl in the cell, or more than one option is correct. Find out. Which group of monorans played significant role in the evolution of aerobic forms of life? Monorans. That is Mycoplasma, cyanobacteria, you know very well, just I have discussed. Archaebacteria or actinomycetes. The characteristic photosynthetic pigments in cyanobacteria are chlorophyll A and C, chlorophyll A and carotenoids, chlorophyll A and phycobilins. Chlorophyll A, carotenoids and phycobilins. Go through it and give the right answer. And the smallest wall-less mononeurons means they don't have wall, means the smallest prokaryotic cells, as we all know. You can go through it. Develop fry egg appearance in culture, yes. Are motile, have definite shape, are mostly saprophytic. You go through the questions. And to practice 1000 above questions or more than 700 plus questions with online and normal practice questions, you can go through this channel. Or online exam, you can give online exam in this particular site, or you can go for doubt clearing classes in this particular site. You can get free PDF, mind maps, worksheets, MCQs in this particular site. You can contact this number and you can get the study materials also from our Telegram channels. Hope you all enjoyed the video or the class, and thank you.